Hello everyone. So when the TEDx team came up to me and said that they want me to address an issue to the youth, there were these plethora of issues and topics that came into my head. But there was this one issue that really hit me personally and something I counter almost all my entire life. Overpowering hate and curbing anxiety in your 20s. Now, before I start speaking, I want you to know that everything said in this video, all of the advices, all of the suggestions, all of the experiences are my own personal experience. And I on no account can claim to be a professional expert. So if you seek help, if you think things have gone astray for you, please seek professional medical help. That will always be the priority. So, coming back to this topic, overpowering hate and curbing anxiety in 20s. Let me just break it down for you. Overpower means to outstrengthen or overstrengthen your underlying opponent. Hate is another synonym for disgust or dislike towards someone and is a conjunction. Curbing means to solve a problem or give a solution. Anxiety is the feeling of nervousness or unhappiness. And 20s, well, we all know our 20s now. We've lived them, right? So, starting off with hate. So where does hate really come from? What is the source of hate? Well, it could be multiple reasons. Could be anger towards someone. Could be jealousy. Could be someone actually hurting you. Or could just be plain toxic social media. I kind of focus more on the social media part because I have personally gone through that. I remember those days back in 2018 when I used to get thousands of comments of people abusing my family, my friends, me, my lifestyle, without actually knowing me personally. They were quick to make assumptions and just absolutely slander me for it. But well, we always fall to learn how to get up. And that was my entire way of dealing with things. Anxiety is actually a very technical, difficult term to understand. Because anxiety can be of two types. It could be like an acute anxiety or chronic anxiety. Acute anxiety is probably a small thing that you face in your daily life. Or say if you go to a jungle and you see a lion, and the acute anxiety is going to help you with the fight or the flight mode. So you could possibly try to run, but please don't run because you can never outrun or outsmart a lion anyway, specifically in a jungle. Chronic anxiety is a far more serious and difficult term to go through. Chronic anxiety has its fair share of feeling unwanted, feeling everything is going down, not finding happiness is anything you do, your work relationships fall down, your family loses hope in you, your friends leave you, and you cannot find positivity in anything you do. Every relationship of yours tend to break down. And over a period of long time, that leads to mental health issues that we see in so many people and eventually leads to suicides. And that is extremely hard to take. I'm going to give you a personal example, something that I actually went through. I remember this in 2017 and I was Dublin. I remember the date. It was 10th of March, 2017. And we were supposed to go to Amsterdam on the 13th of March. And we decided to go out because one of our boys had something to celebrate. And I met with a major accident. The next thing I know, I woke up in the hospital in a city that's probably 5,000 kilometers from my home. I was in Dublin, Ireland, and my entire family was in Delhi. My friends were there, they still left for Amsterdam. And I was really, really upset because I had about 60 stitches all over my face and with no one around me. And that hospital night was probably the lowest night I've had my entire life. Honestly, I did not even want to wake up the next morning. I really felt like I wish this was a dream, and if it isn't, then I don't want to face this. But then I realized that even tigers have scars now, don't they? They have those scars that make them so majestic. So why will I ever be ashamed of my own scars? I used to be a obese kid back in high school. I used to be really fat. People used to bully me, and it was a very difficult pill to swallow. But then I decided to change myself, kind of finding that positivity out of that hatred, which has always been my motto. And that is exactly what you're going to do. People who do not matter in your life, who are not part of your inside social circle, should not and could not impact you if you actually do not allow them to. I'm going to use a bit of symbolism that I really find is beautiful. You see a rainbow and it has the 7 colors, vibgyor, violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red, right? The 7 colors. And you see that rainbow and you feel that serotonin boost and you feel happiness going through your entire body. You want to go out with your kids, you want to go out with your loved ones, with your family and have a great day. But you always tend to forget what precedes that rainbow. It's a dark, gloomy weather that you cannot ever escape. It will always be there before a rainbow. The rains create that, right? Similarly goes with your shadow. Imagine your shadows are your vulnerabilities, your negativities, your bad instances. We like to keep them away. We're always trying to hide them. But can you ever escape a shadow? No, right? Even right now when I'm talking, there's light falling on me and there is a shadow. It cannot be escaped. So it's what you do. You confront it. You be proud of it. Because that is what makes us human beings, right? Have you ever wondered, what if a gray color can actually look good in a rainbow since gray is another metaphor for darkness? You've never thought about that, right? Because we are so monotonous with our thinking. Our society has conditioned us to think a certain similar, straight manner. And that is what we've been doing all our lives. Have we ever thought about going out of the box? Why do we always want happiness when most of your lessons are actually learned from your sadness? So how do you actually kind of counter and fight this hate or anxiety that I'm talking about? Now, I'm going to give you my personal way to do that. And if it works for you, great. If it doesn't, it's to each its own. So what I do when, say, I'm anxious about doing a startup, when I want to start something, start a business. So I've always felt that I'm so anxious about thinking about what I'm going to do with it, whether I'm going to be right, whether it's going to wrong, whether it's going to scale, whether it's not going to scale, whether the revenue is going to be all right, whether the model is right, is the price asset ratio all right, all of these things. And that leads me to anxiety. Exactly. So now all you have to do is just do. Yeah, you got that right. Just do. Right or wrong, just do it. An empty mind is a devil's workshop. But if you start working, you can build your own workshop. That is what I say. Jim Rohn, one of the motivational speakers, actually said you are the average of 5 people that you actually hang out with. So if you have people around you who just want to grab the Starbucks and go out on a Saturday night and have no ambition, objective in life, and always have those sad stories to give to you, you need to get rid of them. Because trust me, it really impacts you subconsciously. And once I learned that, I started to be with people that actually add value to me, the society, the country as a whole. And that changed everything. So it is very important that instead of thinking about it, start doing. When I wake up in the morning for an hour, I don't use my phone. Absolutely not. That is like a meditational spiritual journey. I go for an hour and nobody can disturb me at that point. I let thoughts come up to me. I have this connection with my inner self, my inner voice, because that is the only voice which will stay with me for the rest of my life. And it's always going to be there. Imagine your thoughts are a current in a streamlined river. It's a beautiful metaphor. When the current is all uniform, it's all quiet, it's all silent, and it's all pacey according to your terms, everything feels nice, right? There are birds chirping, there are trees around, and it's just beautiful. But when the current goes fast, when thoughts keep on creeping in, that's when you start losing it. That's when you feel you need to hold on to things that might be support for you in your own head, but actually aren't. For example, a rock in a high stream current is not the best option, because eventually with time, it does erode away and you will perish. So all you have to do, you have to still keep on swimming. That's right. Swimming in the right direction, even slow swimming at that point is progress, but you've gotta keep swimming. You've gotta face those thoughts. You gotta let the thoughts not dictate your lifestyle, but you actually dictating the thoughts. That is important. I use the 3 C's. The first being confront. Confront your problem. What is it that you're going through? If I'm going through certain illness, I need to confront that illness. If that work isn't happening for me, I need to confront it. Acceptance. Second, conquer. You have to conquer the problem. Find the solution, get to it working, do it as I already say. And I've always said it. You gotta keep on doing. Third, control. Control the source of that problem. Once you control the source, the problem won't arise in the future and you will be prepared better than ever. My closing statement is actually very, very close to my heart because it absolutely transformed my life. Now, there are 7.2 billion people in the world, right? You can go against one. You can go against 5. You can go against 10. Hell yeah, if you're a strong individual, you can go against 25 people at a time, but at no point you'll be able to go against 7 billion people in the world and win. It's just not possible. That's 0% probability. But let me make the odds better for you. What if I tell you just have to win one person over? See, the most important relationships in your life are not going to be with your friends or your family, the neighbors, the pets. Your most important relationship in your life will be with yourself. And once you win that over, once you win that human being inside of you, you have got everything sorted out. And that is exactly how the odds favor you then. That one human being that's going to go to your grave, no matter who else says that they love you and all, it's going to be that one human being inside of you, because everyone else will be out there watching you die while you'll be trapped inside your own head with that one human being. And you have to conquer that person. So you can be grateful, you can be the greatest, you can be the most powerful, you can be strong guest. And I'm running out of objectives here. You could be whosoever you want to be. But that's only if you yourself choose to be. Thank you.